Welcome. I'm Tania Aurora Whitecrow, here today to offer a shamanic journey, a form of guided meditation. And so these are partially channeled, if you like, but these are in real time. So the information that I guide you through is what I receive in the moment. They're kind of not rehearsed. I don't have a script. It is as it comes through. I'm very often given components of what might come through, but what will actually happen once I open up space, sacred space, I don't know. The one thing is I always set the intention is that it's for the highest and best good at this moment in time for those who will be watching or listening now or any time in the future. So it's like that kind of group synergy. The, whoever will connect with this will become part of the group synergy. So that is what this this shamanic journey will address. Okay. So for shamanic meditation, for guided journeys, you're best lying down, if not reclined. That way you can be more in that creative, imaginative, symbolic part of your brain, and so that you're coming more from your heart intelligence rather than your mind getting in the way. All right. So if you'd like to take some deep breaths, get yourself comfortable and take some long, slow breaths into your belly, allowing yourself to relax. Just allowing yourself to sink into where you're lying or sitting. And then just allow your breath to flow all the way down to your feet. Until your whole body is breathing. And then breathing into your heart, allowing a cord to drop from your heart down through your lower chakras, down through your feet, down through the earth, into the earth, down through all the layers of the earth, all the way down into her central crystalline core. Connecting with the core with permission and gratitude. And as you connect in whichever way feels right for you at this moment in time, and then breathe that beautiful, pure, crystalline energy of Mother Earth's heart, her heart wisdom. Breathe that back up that cord, back up through the layers of the earth, out through the surface of the earth, back up through your feet, up through your lower chakras, back into your heart. Filling your heart with that beautiful, pure, crystalline energy, clearing, cleansing, and purifying anything that no longer serves you. To returning to your breathing and allowing yourself to relax. I'm going to open up space. I'm going to do this in a very simple, short form. Okay. I welcome the spirits of the north and the power of air. I welcome you and I thank you for coming. I thank you for coming and holding this space, keeping it sacred. And I welcome the spirits of the east. And I welcome the power of fire. I welcome you and I thank you for coming. I thank you for coming and holding this space and keeping it sacred. And I welcome the spirits of the south. I welcome you and I thank you for coming. I thank you for coming and holding this space. I thank the power of water. I thank you for coming and holding this space and keeping it sacred. And I welcome the spirits of the west. And I welcome the power of earth. I welcome you and I thank you for coming. I thank you for coming and holding this space and keeping it sacred. And I welcome the spirits of above. I welcome the divine masculine and the star nation and the light. I welcome you and I thank you for coming and holding this space and keeping it sacred. And I welcome the spirits of below. I welcome Mother Earth. I welcome the elemental kingdoms. I welcome the stone people and the tree beings. I welcome you and I thank you for coming. I thank you for coming and holding this space and keeping it safe. And I welcome the spirits of the center. I welcome our hearts who are all connected through the one heart. I welcome you. I welcome Creator, Grandmother Spider, Sky Woman. I welcome you and I thank you for coming. I thank you for holding the balance, the harmony, and the peace, and the stability. I thank you for coming and holding this space and keeping it safe. And so this time you welcome your guides, your guidance teams, and you may be familiar with them, whether you're aware of them as guides, as angels, as ancestors, whatever beings are there to support you. And maybe you're not familiar with your guides, but no, we all have guidance teams. So just welcome them there, even if you're not familiar with working with them. You might sense them now we're in this space. So just really feel that the safety and the security of this sacred space. And then a grove of trees that's also coming round to really bring that extra layer of protection and groundedness. And coming back to your breath, allowing yourself to relax. You're really becoming aware of where you're sitting or lying. Just allowing yourself to sink in and be held by that surface. Just allow yourself to let go and relax a bit more. Becoming aware of your breath moving through your body. Breathing all the way down through your feet till your whole body is breathing. Becoming aware of your full body breath. Then how Mother Earth's breath also rises up to meet your breath, and your breath and her breath become as one. And just allowing yourself to be held and cocooned by her breath. And then returning to your heart that's full with that beautiful, pure crystalline energy. And just allowing that to flow through the rest of your body, clearing, cleansing, and purifying anything that doesn't serve you, that isn't yours. And with your breath, and again requesting permission, just breathe that down from Mother Earth to transmute. And then with your breath, again allowing that beautiful energy now to flow out into your aura, into your energy fields, clearing, cleansing, and purifying anything that no longer serves you and anything that is not yours. Again with the breath and requesting permission and offering gratitude, allowing Mother Earth to support you transmuting that. Maybe your guides will come and help as well. Just feeling yourself in this beautiful bubble, this cocooning of Mother Earth's breath and that beautiful, pure, crystalline energy of her heart. Just allow yourself to return to your breath. If there's anything still coming between you and the present moment, just acknowledge that and allow it to float on by like clouds in the sky. And just sinking deeper into your breath, into being relaxed. You start to hear the sound of the ocean. It's kind of dusk, so it's partially light. Start to become aware. It's not dark. You're hearing the ocean against the shore, against stones. Can hear as the water comes in, and then as it pulls back, it clinks the stones together. And it comes up again. It's making music, the stones, as it pulls back. So start to look around where you are on this stony beach. Become aware of the cliffs, maybe sort of towers of stone. One almost looks like the Sphinx, or maybe it looks like something else to you. Take notice of that tower of stone just in front of you to the left. What does that look like to you? Looks like the Sphinx to me, but maybe something else for you. And that's okay. Whatever it looks like to you is what's significant to you, for you. You could smell the salt in the air. Become aware that you're sitting on a rock. Become aware of that hardness of the rock beneath your seat. Maybe you can hear birds. very quiet. You look around and you see what looks like a cave a little bit further behind you and along. So let's go explore that cave. So you get up from your rock, walk back there's a grassy bit. So you walk back the grassy bit over the stones, over the boulders. There's a path. You live along the grass. You follow the path along to the cave. And you enter the cave. It's quite open. Remember, it's dusk. Maybe you find you have a torch in your pocket, so you're not worried that you look around without using your torch. As it goes further back, it gets quite dark. Further back, but you're feeling curious. So you go and explore. Maybe it's dark, so maybe if you want to use your torch, use your torch. At the back of the cave, and you see there's that tunnel. So you go down the tunnel. You might need to crawl. It's low, it's not that low, but you might need to crawl a little bit, or if not, you'll need to stoop probably. And it's damp, but not unpleasant. So you carry on along this tunnel. Then you become aware, you're kind of this very slightly curved, but you become aware that there's a light. So you switch off your torch for a little while. And there's light coming from further along the tunnel. You can see where the walls are damp. You can see how it's reflecting on the walls. This is curious. So you put your light in to keep following the tunnel. And sure enough, get to a place where it opens up. And there's this glow, like this sort of silvery white glow. There's this woman. You kind of expect to see an old woman, but is she? She says, "Welcome, child." But she's kind of got her back to you, so you can't quite see her. You might say hello, might ask her who she is. And there's this glow about her, and you realize the glow is coming from her. So it isn't, like an old witch or crone like you might have expected. And then she said, "I've been waiting for you. You've taken your time." And then she starts to turn to you. And what does she look like? So she's glowing, she's iridescent, she's like a star being. And she catches that thought and she's like, "Yes, and from the stars. So maybe you have a question for her. How did she get there? What is a star being doing in this cave? So she starts to tell you her story of a shooting star and for coming to Earth and having to find somewhere to hide because of her magic. And that not everybody could be the benefactor of her magic. So you may want to ask her what gift, what is her magic? What does that bring? What does that she's kind of inferred that she's there as a gift for you, to bring you a gift. But it's also she needs the right person to help to release her as well, so she can return. So there's this exchange that needs to happen. You needed to wait for the right person who would free her. And in return, she will gift you something, bring you a blessing, a quality, some magic. So maybe you have a wish, but be careful with your wishes when you wish upon a star. Okay? Be careful not to limit yourself or restrict yourself. And she'll be telling you that. So she hands you something. It's like a tiny stone, but again, it's more like a star, like a solid star. And she gives that to you. And she says, there's no rush. She said, when you're ready to make that wish and receive that blessing, you tell this to this magic starstone, which will kind of waken that up and bring it into your life, bring it into your being, align you with that. And somehow you know she's telling the truth. And then ask her, how can you help her? How can you help free her? She says it's to do with your heart. Someone who has a pure heart, pure intent, someone who believes in magic. So she holds out her hands and she said, all you need to do is hold my hands. Open your heart, trust and believe. You can feel your heart opening, feel yourself expanding. You can almost feel all this star energy moving through your body into every single cell. As you become a portal to the stars. And it's like as you close your eyes, you can feel her move through you and return. Wow. And then that sense of that, all the stars being in your cells, it fades a little, and then you hear the sound of that starstone dropping to the ground. And so you come round, you open your eyes, and that little starstone is still glowing with the same energy as the woman from the stars, Star Lady. So you hold the stone, just connecting in with that memory. Maybe you're ready to make your wish. Maybe you're not. But just really feel that transfusion of star that you've just experienced, and how you know you will never be the same again. Really connecting in with that stardust that's woken up in all of your cells, that's been ignited. Maybe that's the gift in itself. Just taking a deep breath. Find your torch and you start heading back down the tunnel, breathing deeply. And as you're breathing deeply, you're walking down this dark tunnel with your light, holding on to that starstone. Just breathe yourself back into your body, where you are, where it is. Feeling the clothes on your skin, the air on your skin, the temperature of the room that you're in. Any sounds. May you want to wriggle your fingers and your toes, pat your arms or legs. Just make sure you're fully back in your body. Last thing you might want to do, especially if you're sensitive to the light, is rub your hands together and cover your eyes before you just open your eyes, soft focus, bringing your awareness back to the room, but staying connected to that sensation that you have of that, of being a portal for a star woman and the stardust still singing in your cells. And that starstone still in your hand. You know you have a wish, a little piece of magic that you've brought back, and you're ready to use that. Taking a deep breath. You may want to sit up for a little while, maybe have a drink of water, make some notes in your journal. I'll put some prompts down in the description. And for now, I am going to close space. Just, stay close to yourself, stay close to your body. I close the gateways to the north, and I thank the spirits of the north and the power of air. I thank you for coming and holding this space and keeping it sacred. And I close the gateways to the east. And I thank the spirits of the east, and I thank the power of fire. I thank you for coming and holding this space and keeping it sacred. Thank you. And I close the gateways to the south. And I thank the spirits of the south. And I thank the power of water. I thank you for coming and holding this space and keeping it sacred. And I close the gateways to the west. And I thank the spirits of the west. And I thank the power of earth. I thank you for coming and holding this space and keeping it sacred. And I close the gateways to the above. And I thank the spirits of the above. I thank the divine masculine. I thank the star nations, the lights. I thank you for coming and holding this space and keeping it sacred. And I close the gateways to the below. And I thank you for coming. I thank Mother Earth, the elemental kingdoms. I thank the stone people and the tree beings. I thank you for coming and holding this space and keeping it sacred. And I close the gateways to the center. And I thank the spirits of the center. I thank our hearts. We're all connected to the one heart. I thank Grandmother Spider, Sky Woman, Creator. And I thank you for coming and holding the peace, the balance, the harmony, and the stability. I thank you for coming and holding this space and keeping it sacred. Thank you. And I thank the grove of trees. I thank our guides. And then we may release our guides, thank them for their support on this journey, this shamanic journey. They may wish to support you with integration and fully accepting the gift, the piece of magic that you've received, the blessing. But as far as this journey is concerned, I'm going to release them. And this space is now closed. Thank you. Mm. I hope you enjoyed this journey. It's time to wish upon a star. I hope, yeah, and that your wishes come true. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate you engaging in these meditations, in these shamanic journeys, because I really enjoy facilitating them. And there's plenty more in the subscription box where you can connect with me in different ways. And I don't say this very often, but if you could like, subscribe, really just support me with growing my channel here on YouTube, I would really, really appreciate it. With much, much gratitude and much love from my heart to yours.